What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out Abrams wipes out Russian troops, Ukrainian SpecOps retake the village. This is going to be an interesting video. We'll break it down. We'll see what's going on and all that good stuff. This is by a channel called Spartan. I will leave a link down below to the original video like I always do. Please go over there, give it a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Very important that you do that. A couple of announcements before we get started. As always, the channel sponsor, these things are amazing. Chug, 10% off, link down below. They are the best drinking vessel in the world. Literally incredible, these things. Genuinely really, really good. So if you haven't already, check them out. 10% off, link down below. You can even get them customized with your initials. Pretty incredible, right? Also, if you love being in the outdoors like I do, if you think that people should put down the game controllers and get yourself outside more, or put down whatever it is you're doing inside and get outside more, then you need to check out my new business, Drink Morale. I am very passionate about this. It's completely separate to YouTube. I've been putting a lot of hard work into this new venture of mine. Please check it out. We've got like 38 days, I think it is. I don't know, it's less than 40 days now before the Kickstarter goes live. drinkmorale.com. Go check it out. Other than that, let's shut up. Let's pull this up. And I've said it in the previous video, I've got to wear this headphone off. I've got an ear infection. This side's staying on, so I can still hear it, but just so you're aware, okay?
The Abrams rumbles into the occupied village. The loader slams a shell into the chamber. Enemy troops are barricaded in that building.
Boom. They were.
The operation started with a bold move. A Bradley comes in from the other flank of the village, starting the assault and clearing out the buildings where the Russian infantry has taken cover.
Yep.
The Russians are completely disoriented and unable to hold their ground. Meanwhile,
Jesus.
Abrams takes out building after building where the enemy is hiding. The Russian command never expected that their assault would be met by a mechanized battalion, let alone one armed with Western equipment. The Russians are compelled to seek shelter in building after building to escape Abrams' fire, but only a handful managed to make it out alive.
Do we even see any enemies running around here?
Meanwhile, the Bradley, advancing from the opposite flank of the Abrams.
We're not seeing any heat signatures of people, although there's a lot of woodland there, so you're probably not going to, and if they're in buildings, you're not going to either. But still, you don't see anyone running away or trying to escape or trying to fight.
Traps the Russians in a deadly crossfire, shredding buildings with its 25mm cannon and turning them into Swiss cheese.
Jeez.
The sector is clear. Infantry takes over. The Azov fighters face a tough and dangerous...
So this is the Azov fighters. I've recently just watched another video of theirs. I don't know whether it's going to go out before or after this, but they've got their own YouTube channel, which is fascinating.
Mission.
Lads on the ground.
They search every inch for Russian soldiers. Every step could be their last.
Yep.
Mine trails and unexploded shells are just the tip of the iceberg. Every move must be deliberate and precise.
Yep.
And there it is, the first contact with the enemy.
Boom, right there. So one of them spotted him.
The soldier requests bomber drone support. An agricultural drone, repurposed to drop heavy anti-tank mines, takes off, delivering its
An agricultural drone repurposed to drop anti-tank mines. Did you ever think that would be a sentence? Jesus.
payload to the target.
Jeez, that's an explosion.
Enemy squad wiped out.
Throwing some
The team's
grenades.
precision is admirable.
Underslung grenade launchers going in. It's going back to that bit of camera. Where are the Ukrainians at this point? Are they in this building here, or I'm trying to picture where they are in relation to these Russians right now.
The unit moves toward the next structure where Russian soldiers have taken cover. Just look at how they cover each other. Every step is calculated and precise.
Yeah, of course it is.
Smallest detail.
Although no one's covering over here unless there's a camera over there saying it's clear. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
One of the soldiers identifies 3 Russian soldiers in the building and opens fire.
Jeez, it's literally like so close to each other, innit? At this point, you've got to be careful, right? You've got a window here. You've got 2 windows here. You don't know how many are in there. He said 3, I think he said on this footage. You don't know. The best chance you can do is get yourself a grenade in there and make some noise, really. That's probably your best option, isn't it?
Not to surrender.
There you go.
M67 grenade did its job.
Boom. There you go.
Survived, but they missed their chance.
Yeah, another
These
grenade.
are the harsh realities of war. The invader must surrender or be wiped out. The Russians are taken out, and the building has been secured.
Nice.
Once they
Quick.
confirmed there was no
Very
more threat,
quick.
Azov fighters pressed on. The fighters use underbarrel grenade launchers for clearing, minimizing close contact with the enemy, and maximizing their safety. However, there are times when taking a risk becomes unavoidable, as there is no other way out.
Yep, so they've got themselves some sort of cellar here or bunker area where obviously with these type of structures, there's only going to be usually only one exit, one entrance. Not always, but usually. And so the worry with that is that you're going to be going down and the enemy is going to be literally eyes on that entrance like there's no tomorrow, tunnel vision. So there's not much you can do because you could throw a grenade around, but still you're risking your arm getting blown off. But at the same time, it's the only way you can get in. You've got to have a bit of risk here, haven't you?
The soldier heads down to the basement and takes out one enemy. Two Russians are still hiding in the basement, not willing to give up so easily.
Yeah, and rightly so.
30 seconds have gone by.
Давай. Раз, два, три.
Grenade in. Yeah.
Выходи. Отвечаю, да, я стрелять не буду. Давай, выходи. Сюда ползи. На пол, на.
Hey, it's good that they're letting them surrender rather than just mowing them down, because I've heard that there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, come out, and then they just get shot. So it's good here that they're like, yep, if you come out and like you don't start shooting, you're gonna be just captured. It's good.
Ползи.
That's good.
Быстро, быстро, быстро сюда.
Сделал нормальный выбор. Мы его тупо не убьем, он будет жить, пойдет на окне.
Давай. Раз, два, три.
Wow.
War has brutal rules, but he made his decision.
Yep, that's true.
Russian
Sheesh.
forces launched a reconnaissance drone over the area to analyze the results of the Ukrainian offensive. They observe how the Azov fighters storm house after house, taking Russian soldiers as prisoners.
At that point, I wonder what Ukraine's doing with all these prisoners, because they've got quite a few of them at this point. I wonder what's going on with them there.
Russian command urgently requests reinforcements to hold this village. A BMP-3 with elite special forces riding on its armor moves out to counter the Azov assault. But the Ukrainians were ready for this scenario. The first FPV drone launched as soon as the armored vehicle carrying Russian troops came into sight. The ambush was deadly.
My
Special forces
God.
and their vehicle were blown apart. Aware that the fight is far from over, the Ukrainians scan the area closely and spot another armored vehicle making its way across the field.
Making its way
Coordinates
downtown.
confirmed. The FPV drones are en route to the target. The first drone hits the engine compartment, but the vehicle doesn't stop.
Whew.
The grenade launcher fires from cover but hits the grill. ATGM operator targets and fires missile. Infantry riding on armored vehicle is destroyed.
Yeah, that's
FPVs
done
finish
for.
operation, diving into Russian APC one after another. Note that the anti-drone net intercepted several drones, allowing the vehicle to survive a bit longer. But there's a limit to everything. The final drone strikes the vehicle, which already has its crew wiped out. Ukrainian ambush was successful. No reinforcements are coming.
А-22-31. Заряд штатный. Прицел.
No reinforcements.
Yes, exactly. The artillery was tasked.
The problem is, and I've said this in previous videos, if you get them drones up and you've got cameras everywhere, there's no escape. Once one of them drones has got you on its camera, you can't go anywhere. Like, there's nothing you can do. unless you find a bunker that has multiple exits and they're relatively far away from each other, which they're going through people's buildings here. Like there's none of that. There's no tunnels or anything like that they can really use. And so you really are just like, you're either buggered or you're just in cover hoping that everything just rolls over and you can escape later on down the road, maybe at nighttime or something. But my God, like as soon as you get pinged on one of them cameras, it's completely different than it used to be. Like maybe back in the day during World War II or even Vietnam or the Falklands War and maybe even Afghan and Iraq, you could sneak, you could be quiet, you could try and manipulate and maneuver. In this day and age, you can't do anything, can you? You really can.
Tasked with shelling to prevent Ukraine's advance, even though the bulk of Russian forces are still waiting for reinforcements and taking cover in those buildings. Russia's tactics are devoid of humanity. Several Russian units were eliminated by friendly fire.
Wow.
Sadly, one of the shells hit the shelter where Azov fighters were hiding.
Oh. Oh no.
Ukrainians desperately try to save their comrade,
Yeah.
using all their strength to clear rubble.
Jesus. Are they going to be able to get him out?
One of the soldiers carefully uses a beam as a lever, straining to lift the heavy, collapsed wall. Every second counts as the clock is ticking.
Did he get him? Holy shit. He legit got out and he saved his rifle. Good lad. Good lad. Got his rifle out. He managed to get out of there. My God.
They managed to do it. They saved their comrade in arms.
Very impressive.
They don't leave the building soon. Russian artillery will pound them again.
He looks injured still.
A pickup truck carrying the wounded soldier heads towards the nearest field hospital. The injury's serious, but his condition is under control. Meanwhile, the fight to reclaim the village from the occupiers goes on.
Jesus.
Village.
So yeah, again, a lot of CQB going on, isn't there? A lot of room clearing. A lot of putting yourself at risk to enter rooms. Therefore, there's a lot of grenades going off. I swear, CQB seems to be some of the worst type of fighting because it really is a game of chess and luck at the same time. I wouldn't want to be them.
Is nothing but scorched ruins now, with hardly any structure intact. Azov fighters are close to securing the entire area. It's no coincidence they're called cyborgs. They
Wow.
perform their tasks like machines with impeccable skill and dedication. They are the pride of Ukraine's armed forces. The
Wow.
soldiers are now sweeping through the last
I don't know
meters of the
much about them,
village.
to be honest. Maybe I should learn more.
Живий! Вилазь!
Ебал пол! Ебал пол! Ебал пол! Ползи! Ползи сюда! Сюда ползи! Быстро! Бегом! Перебили, да, перебили левую. Сюда, сюда. 1200.
Russian got lucky, receiving
Yeah.
medical treatment right when he needed it.
Ты дебил, ебать, ты тупо умер на пор...
He died on the toilet. No. No.
Раши, ты это понимаешь?
Oh, that sucks. It's like the Jurassic Park scene where the dinosaur comes and he's just sat on the toilet. It's not a vibe, is it?
Ползи, ползи сюда, быстрее.
He avoided the same tragic fate as his comrade, making the right call.
Oh, he
He'll
didn't
be
die.
swapped for an Azov soldier soon.
Только рука, только рука.
Operation successful. The village is under Ukrainian control and no irreparable losses.
Терпи.
Russians
My
trying to
God.
escape.
Okay, so we got a different scene here. The Russians are trying to escape with these vehicles. Let's see what
An
happens.
armored vehicle that had been delivering supplies rushing out of the village. Ukrainian forces spotted them and quickly deployed a bomber drone to take it out. Chasing down the Russians, the operator releases the payload with pinpoint precision,
Boom.
striking the infantry with shrapnel and igniting the camo net stretched over the anti-drone grid.
There's people jumping out there,
Russians
look.
ditch the APC on the move,
Yeah.
figuring it's their only shot at survival.
My God.
The second mine goes off right above the driver's hatch, striking him with deadly fragments. The driver's body is stuck on the turn lever, making the armored vehicle
Wow.
circle until it runs out of gas. The radio picks up only the engine's hum and the clattering of the tracks. The final
Wow.
bomb drop ends the lethal spin, ripping the vehicle to shreds.
That footage is insane, isn't it? Them lads jumping out, though, they were probably shredded up. Like, there's probably not much them lads jumping out can do. Apart from crawl and try and get themselves squared away, but they're probably ripped to shreds, aren't they?
A soldier who bailed from vehicle captured some incredible footage. The survivors, hiding in the nearby forest, called for a pickup through the radio. The evacuation is planned for dusk, to stay under the radar of drones.
Wow.
As they sweep through every inch, the Ukrainians start to doubt they'll find anyone. But then, through the FPV drone camera, the pickup with surviving occupiers comes into view.
Oh my God, you start hearing that drone come near you. Oh, they got it. My God, they're shooting drones out the back of a pickup. This war is insane. They don't teach you that in training.
Surviving this was sheer luck. After enduring such terror, the idea of going back to the front line is almost unbearable. This is the occupiers' destiny. Death is the price of their invasion. The task is tough,
Fair
but
one.
Ukrainians push through it. There's no other choice.
What an absolutely insane video that was. And not only was the footage crazy, the actual, like, the story it told throughout the whole thing was very, very impressive. Especially the fact that they had footage from both sides. Spartan, this channel's called. Check it out. Link down below. Phenomenal bit of footage there. And also incredibly bizarre at the same time that this is even a thing. I'm surprised them Russian troops made it out. And at the end there, seeing them shoot a drone, like, it's just something you don't even think about, isn't it? Like you never even get taught in training about shooting drones out the sky. It's just not even part of the zeitgeist. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, link down below to the original video. Check out Chug, 10% off, link down below if you want to get yourself a cool drinking vessel. And if you love the outdoors like I do, check out Drink Morale, link down below. Other than that, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.